Publius Cornelius Tacitus Annales, episode 17. Nam senem Augustum de vincerat areo, uti nepotem unicum Agrippam postumum, in insulam planaciam proiecerit, rudem sane bonardrum artium et robordre corporis stolide ferocem, nullius tamen flagitii conpertum. As Tacitus continues here, he's going to explain a little bit how it is that Livia had her son Tiberius promoted. For, says Tacitus, Augustus as an old man de vincerat, she, the subject being Livia, she had enchained. So this is from the verb de vincio, de vincere, like so, to chain down or to bind. For she had bound Augustus as an old man to such an extent, adeo, that as a result, so here we're going to have the result clause, uti proiecerit, that he relegated or he cast out nepotem unicum Agrippam postumum, his remaining grandson, Agrippa Postumus. So this was the son of Julia by Marcus Agrippa. So he, meaning Augustus, relegated or cast out his sole remaining grandson, Agrippa Postumus, to the island of Planacia. Now we will see in a minute on the map where that island Planacia is, but let's continue the translation before we talk about a little more grammar. He was rudem, meaning Agrippam postumum. He was not very cultivated, sane. He was rudem bonardrum artium. He was bereft of any kind of good skill or learning, and he was ferocem. He was solidly stolide. This is an adverb, ferocem, in the strength of his body, relying completely on the strength of his body, we might say. So this is a very negative evaluation of Augustus' grandson here, Agrippa Postumus. Nevertheless, tamen nullius flagitii. He was guilty of no crime. That's how we'll take conpertum, as guilty. So let's clear the slate and talk about some of the grammar. The first challenging aspect of Tacitus's style is the subject of de vincerat. And that is because in the previous sentence, covered in the two previous episodes, we had the character Livia, but we had her in the genitive case, Liviae dolus, that is, that novercae Liviae dolus, the trick of the stepmother Livia. But now suddenly she has become the subject, and so we just have to understand that from context. For she had bound, then the object is Augustum, masculine singular accusative, and modified by senem, Augustus as an old man, or the old Augustus. She had bound him so tightly, adeo, that as a result, proiecerit. So this is from proiecio, and of course this is a third singular, and it's going to be a perfect subjunctive and active. The object, of course, is Agrippam postumum, masculine singular and accusative, and it has this nepotem as an appositive in the same gender numbering case, which means grandson, and then the modifier unicum in the masculine singular accusative as well. Relegated him in insulam, to the island. Insulam, feminine singular and accusative, and planaciam here in the same gender number case, feminine singular and accusative, in apposition to insulam. If you look right here on the map, it is this tiny little island here between Elba and Corsica, and it is modern-day Pianosa. Then the sentence resumes, and we have to understand that rudem is not modifying insulam, but it is instead modifying Agrippam postumum. He was rudem, no doubt, rudem sane. Here's an adverb. This is masculine singular and accusative, and we have sane, which is much like Greek ge. He was boorish, no doubt, when it came to the fine arts, bonardrum artium, and this is feminine plural and genitive. And he was ferocem, quite savage, stolide. Here's an adverb. We might say stubbornly or resolutely savage, in the robore corporis, the strength of his body. So robore is neuter singular and ablative. I'll take it as an ablative of specification. It's a third declension noun. And then we have corporis, which is going to be neuter singular and genitive. So these are describing the character of Agrippa Postumus as Tacitus paints this picture. However, tamen, despite those negative things about Agrippa Postumus, he was conpertum, which I take to be from the verb comperio. He was discovered to be, or found to be, we might even say guilty, nullius flagitii, of no crime. And that's going to be neuter, singular, and genitive. So what is Tacitus saying? He is saying that Livia contrived to have Augustus's grandson, Agrippa Postumus, banished to this little island in order to take away any competitor for Tiberius, even though he was an innocent man, despite his various shortcomings.
Thank you so much for watching this free video. I hope that you learned a lot about the classical languages and advanced your knowledge and enjoyment. You can help us keep going with this instruction if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've had hundreds of thousands of views in the last 9 years, and we would really like to grow our number of subscribers. If you hit the little bell, you will be notified every time we release a brand new free instructional video. You can also check out one of my Latin or Greek courses at LatinPerDiem.com or mossmethod.com. Check the links if you'd like to study Latin and Greek with me directly. So keep learning, and vale tote omnes.